Good afternoon. I'm Fe,
And go.
Digital Marketing of Workbank, your job site with Malasakit. Thanks for joining us for today's Workbank ThinkTank. Please say hello to my co-host, Workbank's Customer Success Manager, Carla Corre.
Hi, Fe. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Thank you so much for supporting Workbank. Now, for those who don't know Workbank yet, we are a job site that lets you job hunt with benefits. Now, you may be wondering what benefits I'm talking about. You can find out by watching this.
Say yes to job hunting with benefits. Sign up today at workbank.com. For now, let's get on with the program. At our last episode of Workbank Think Tank, we talked about setting up your small business while staying employed. Shout out to last week's guest, Valerie Fisher of Pinas Sadya. This episode, we will take it a step further and talk about how to do strategic selling through online channels.
Naku, excited na talaga ako for this episode, Fe, kasi I'm selling a lot of pre-love items on Carousel. Usong-usong ngayon yung online barter. And I'm also starting to establish myself as a brand, as a vlogger. And also, my sister started her Bake by Leng. She's selling Brazo de Mercedes online. So, this topic is highly relatable kasi nga we are all relying on online businesses because of the pandemic. And this discussion is very relevant whether you have your own business or whether you are in the sales industry and looking for leads, which is also what I do for Workbank.
Our research speaker today is a corporate trainer from one of our valued training partners, Southeast Asia Speakers and Trainers Bureau. He owns and manages a number of small businesses, including an ad agency and a sales management consultancy. But in his heart, he's a true blue sales professional. He holds a bachelor's degree in applied mathematics from the University of Santo Tomas. And he has more than 30 years of experience in both sales and sales management. Let's all welcome Mr. Boom San Agustin. Hi, Boom!
Hi!
Fe, Carla, kumusta?
Mabuti! Ang ganda ng
Buti
pangalan
naman.
mo, Boom ha. May catch agad.
Oo nga, actually yung handle ko sa Twitter is Boom Your Sales.
Wow! Ang galing!
Yeah, and if you're going to look for me on other platforms, even Facebook, my page is Boom Your Sales.
Mm-hmm.
So you just Boom Your Sales on those platforms, and you'll probably find me.
Ang galing naman. Pangalan mo palang sales strategy na agad.
I decided to focus on selling, on the on the art of selling, rather than, although I can do others like communication skills, leadership skills, and all of these things, right? But I decided that my blue ocean strategy would be sales, because not many people focus deeply on the aspect of sales.
Mm-hmm. Now, Boom, I just want to ask you something. Being
Go ahead.
30 years in the business of sales and sales management, ano yung paborito mo sa ginagawa natin?
Well, okay, I'll start with the saying, and this is nice. This is what I enjoy about sales. Did you know that every purchase you make, every purchase, if you're going to buy a bag, if you're going to buy a car, a house, shoes, an umbrella, every purchase ever made is made to solve a problem. There is no purchase made even if the problem is ego, like buying a really expensive watch. Okay, so it's there to solve a problem. Okay, so my job as a salesperson is to solve that problem, and I really get excited. Not, and I know this will sound weird, but not really with the income. I get excited when I'm able to solve a problem. I mean,
Interesting.
uh, I'll ask you guys. Do you play games like Candy Crush or anything?
Yeah.
Exciting, di ba?
Yes.
Why? Because you're what?
Because you're solving a problem, di
Yeah,
ba?
you're solving a problem, right? And you're leveling up while doing it, right? So if you think about it, that's what makes me excited about selling. Every time I go in, I'm solving a problem. Yun.
Hmm. I see.
So,
Okay.
ikaw.
Tama naman, Boom. It's always thinking about what value you can give
Mhm.
to your client or your customer. I think yun yung pinakamaganda, pinaka-fulfilling. Kahit na sabihin na natin na gusto din natin kumita, pero
Oo.
syempre, it's always giving value to our customer. So by the way,
Exactly.
just a quick note to our
Oo.
viewers, if you have any questions, please leave them at the comment section and we'll get to them later. Sige, Boom, please share us your sales secrets.
Okay. So I can start now, right?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I'll share the screen now. Good. That's what I was waiting for. Anyway. Okay. Hold on. Why is it not sharing? Oh, there you go. So hold on. Let it kick in. Okay. So I call this course Social Selling 101. Okay. So let's dive into it. Okay. So good morning. Now, do you know why I always say good morning? Okay, guys? You know why always good morning? Because if you're in sales, pag nagbebenta ka, dapat laging gising. Dapat laging gising. So, when we greet each other, lalo na ahente sa ahente or people selling to people selling, okay, we always say good morning to each other. This is a tradition. This is a long tradition already. Ever since I was a salesperson, we've always used this tradition. So, even if it's in the middle of the afternoon, or even if it's late at night, we always greet each other good morning because salespeople are always alert. It's always the first hour of the day for every salesperson. That's why, good morning, guys. And if you haven't heard yet, my name is Boom. And just to give you an intro, I am the country's leading sales management consultant. And yeah, I can say leading because I checked and I haven't found any sales management consultant in the country. So yeah, I can claim that. Okay. And I wrote a book. If you're interested, it's in National Bookstore. It was a 2013 bestseller, and I'm writing another book. Don't worry, this is just a working cover. I'm not trying to steal any images or any logos from anybody. Okay, this is just a working cover. And I'm here representing, like they said, Southeast Asian Speakers and Trainers Bureau. And on behalf of Southeast Asian Speakers and Trainers Bureau, or let's just call them Speakers Bureau, okay, I'd like to welcome you to our course, which is, of course, Social Selling 101. Okay. And I'd like to thank again Workbank for sponsoring this, for being able to open the door for this learning because this is really important for everybody to get. Okay. So now I'm going to start this course with a little game for you. For you in the audience. Yes, you. Okay? And you can type your answers in the comment section. We'll have somebody monitoring the comment section for you. And let's start with this game. And this game will tell us, will show us the barriers of what happens when we do selling or social selling. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? It's called billiard math. Okay? And here we go. Compute for the following. Using the given numbers, I'd like you to get 3 from these numbers and come up with a total of 30. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah. This looks difficult.
It's challenging.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. Wait, I don't see an answer. Do you in the audience see an answer? Come on. Does anyone have an answer? Come on. Because I'm confused.
If you have any answers, if you any idea on kung paano ma-achieve ang 30?
Okay, let's try. Let's try one. Let's try one number. Let's give you the first number. Is that okay? Okay, here. Oh, 13.
Number 1.
Yeah, who did this? Who did this design? Who did these slides anyway? Yeah, oh me. Right. Okay. Right there. So okay, I gave you one number. Think. Think deeper. No. I mean think. Really think. Don't just pretend to think. Just do that, okay? Salespeople. This is our job. Okay. One more. You said one more. Okay, let's get one more. Right. One more. Clue. One more.
Challenging. One more.
Okay, there's a second number. All you need is one, guys. Come on, one number. Oh, you're thinking it. I know you're thinking it. Yeah. What's the last number? I know you're thinking it.
Very challenging. Mahirap. Wala.
Nah. You guys, you need a little imagination for this. And here's the final number. Andaya. Andaya, no? Oh, yeah. Binaliktad natin yung 9. Right. Yeah, okay. So wait. I have a question for all of you. Okay? What did we learn from this activity? I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure you guys were thinking na ibaliktad na yung 9. Pero hindi nyo sinuggest. Or some of you, I'm pretty sure some of you isa-suggest yun. Ano? Pero there are others are thinking, hindi pwede. Bakit kaya natin naisip na hindi pwede? Bakit kaya natin naisip na hindi pwedeng ibaliktad yung 9? Why didn't we try to solve the problem? Why? I'll tell you why. Our mental models prevented us from solving the problem even if we knew the solution. Okay? Some of us already knew na balik na rin kaya yung 9. Hindi, bawal yan eh, bawal. Sino nagsabing bawal? Sino nagsabing bawal? May rules ba tayo na bawal yun? I didn't give those rules. Okay? So, what is this? What is this mental model? What is a mental model? Why is it so powerful? Why is it stopping us from doing anything? Okay? I'll tell you. Our mental models are, number one, first of all, ito yung mga iniisip natin, dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. Dapat si presidente ganyan, dapat si presidente ganito. Okay? Dapat ganito. Okay? Dapat hindi siya presidente. Yung mga ganun. Okay? Dapat. Okay? We're going in our heads. We have already a set of rules in our minds and an image of what we want certain things to be or how we want certain process to be. Okay? Dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. Okay? So, sometimes they're right. But many times, they're different from the other perspectives. Okay? Here's another thing. They are also the reasons we give ourselves not to succeed. Reasons we give ourselves not to succeed. Imagine nyo, yung bola na iikutin. Okay? Ay, hindi pwede yan. Ay, walang sagot yan. I think the equation is wrong kasi walang sagot yan eh. So, we're giving ourselves an excuse already. Eh, hindi nyo naman sinabi ganyan eh. Eh, wala naman kayong sinabing ganyan eh. Okay? So, that's an excuse. Wala ka palang sinabing ganyan. Eh, wala na. Hindi na masasolve yan, di ba? And also, they're called paradigms. Have you heard the word paradigm shift? There, that's where we get it. Okay? So, I'll show you a few mental models. Okay? Now, here are some mental models you might be able to recognize. Okay? And can you recognize them? Yeah, I'll bet you do. Hindi ko kaya. Boss, hindi kaya. Sir, ma'am, hindi kaya. Okay? Siguro sinasabi niyo, paano sir kung hindi talaga kaya? Hindi yung maghanap ka ng tutulong sa'yo. Pag-aralan mo, o mag-offer ka ng bago, pero hindi pwedeng hindi kaya. Di ba? Gumawa ka ng ibang offer. Okay? Gumawa ka ng ibang suggestion. Okay? Or or pag-aralan mo, baka naman kaya. Or humingi ka ng tulong, baka naman kailangan mo lang ng taong tutulong sa iyo. All of these things can be solved. Pero hindi pwede, I mean, me, personally, ayokong marinig yung hindi kaya. Hindi pwede. Okay? And then you can go to the others and you can see it's the same thing. Ano? You can see it's the same thing. Sa paano naman tayo bebenta dito sa pandemic na to? Lekat. Pero you're already trying to solve the problem by attending this session. Okay, you're already trying to solve the problem by attending this session. Okay? And then naku, ito, yung susunod doon. Siya ang may kasalanan. Siya ang may kasalanan kung bakit pumalpak ako o kung bakit pumalpak ito. Yung hindi mo inaamin yung role mo dun sa palpak, laging may iba, baka yung kumpanya ang may kasalanan, baka yung kasama mo ang may kasalanan, baka yung manager mo ang may kasalanan, okay? O kasalanan ng kalaban mo sa benta, talagang kasalanan ng kalaban mo sa benta, pero kasalanan mo na hindi ka nagbenta. Ano? And then ito, kailangan Nako, ang ano nun. Kailangan Bakit ka nag-OFW? Kailangan Alam mo, and I'm talking about I have to. I'm not talking about I need to. Kailangan mong huminga. Totoo yun. Kasi sa Pilipino, yung I have to and I need to, pareho lang yan, kailangan. Kaya I'm talking about yung kailangan na I have to. Kailangan ko magtrabaho Kailangan ko pumunta sa abroad Kailangan ng ganyan Okay? Okay lang naman ng gamitin yan, pero may danger kasi pag ginamit mo yan. The danger is you're already giving yourself an excuse to fail. Like, kaya ka pumunta ng abroad kasi kailangan Kailangan mong suportahan ng pamilya mo. So, kung may nangyaring mali sa pagpunta mo sa abroad, kasalanan pa ng pamilya mo. Kasi kailangan kang pumunta dahil sa pamilya mo. So kaya ka namatay sa abroad dahil yung pamilya mo. Ganun. Basically, that's what you're saying pag ginamit mo itong salitang ito. And then, ito ayoko. Ang taas ng target natin. Ang taas talaga. Ang taas ng target natin. Kailan ba naging mababa ang target? Kaya nga target Hindi dapat madali ang target. Never. It should never be easy. If I gave you if people gave you easy targets, then I mean, what good is your job? Why am I paying you? Right? That's basically what your boss would probably say, or the owner of the company would probably say. If a target was so easy, I don't need salespeople. The reason you get salespeople is because the target is hard. And we are there to solve that. We are there to do that. O ngayon, pandemic, lockdown, ano tayo bebenta? This is where being a salesperson comes in. This is where being a salesperson makes you deliver on all your accounts, okay? So, now that we know what these things do, they stop us from moving forward, okay? They stop us from achieving, they stop us from succeeding. How do we manage these mental models? Siguro, ito. Let's try with number 2. Hindi sila papayag dyan. So ano sasabihin natin? Imbes na hindi sila papayag dyan. Imbes na sabihin natin sa sarili natin na, ay naku, hindi natin susubukan yan. Hindi sila papayag dyan. E de sabihin na lang natin, ganito. Subukan muna natin. Baka pumayag. Ano? At pag hindi sila pumayag, tanungin natin, bakit hindi sila pumayag? Improve natin at gawin natin ulit. Okay? Don't stop. Don't let this thing stop you. Okay? Mental models. Ito, sana. Naku, ito gustong-gusto ko to. Sana natapos ko yung aking pag-aaral. Naku, narinig ko na yan. Sana pinanganak akong mayaman. Naku, narinig ko rin. Sana magandang lalaki ako. Okay? Sana hindi ako mahirap. May kwento ako sa inyo. Just short. Alam niyo ba yung dad ko? Janitor. No kidding. Janitor ang tatay ko. You can look him up. Okay? But before he passed away, when he retired in 2007, he was president of Colombian Motor Sales Corporation. Second year high school lang yun. Di nag-graduate. Kay second year high school, janitor. Pagdating sa Manila, natutulog sa ilalim ng trailer dahil wala siyang bahay. Nag-squatter yan. Paano napunta siya sa presidente ng isang kumpanya? Kasi hindi niya inisip na squatter siya. Hindi niya inisip na mahirap siya. Inisip niya, kaya niya. Inisip niya, pag hindi niya sinubukan, walang mangyayari. Oh, here's another part of the story. My mom. My mom was how would I say this? She was a very beautiful woman. Okay? And she had a doctorate degree in economics and a master's degree in accounting. So beauty and brains. Biro mo yung janitor na yan, niligawan yung babaeng yun. Isipin niyo yun. Yung mga kaopisina ng nanay ko, hindi siya maligawan eh. Pero yung janitor na yan, yung kapal ng mukha ng janitor na yan, yung tatay kong yan, makapal ang mukha nun eh. Niligawan yung nanay ko. At isipin mo, naging sila pa. So, isipin nyo na lang yun. Okay? That means na my dad was not able to look at himself any differently for any other. And this thing will help you grow, especially in sales. So let's move forward. Okay? Now, before you go, I want you to reflect on the following. And you can look back at this video when you want to look at this slide, okay? What other mental models have I encountered in sales? How do my mental models prevent me from selling? And what can I do to manage my mental models daily? Ask yourself that, and we can move forward. And here are a few tips to handling your mental models. 1, recognize your mental models. Recognize that you have them, okay? Recognize them immediately. Next, stop thinking like victims. Stop thinking like victims. Okay? Live from your imagination. Use your imagination. Learn to take risks. Salespeople need to take risks. And open your minds. Open your minds to anything, to possibilities, okay? So now that we do that, let's talk about social selling. So social selling, basically, it says here, it's the process of reaching out, building and nurturing one-on-one relationships using social media platforms, okay? Basically, it's building relationships using social media so that your sales cycle becomes more effective. Now, here's a common misconception. We think that social selling is also social media marketing. It is not. Oh, nagulat kayo, ano? It's not. But don't worry. We're going to talk about some social media marketing in this seminar as well. Okay? So let's get going. let's discuss the most common and least used framework for social selling. And that is, of course, the AIDA method for social selling. Now, to give you an intro, just a little bit about AIDA, is that AIDA AIDA is an old concept, circa 1950s pa to. Okay? Pero it was repurposed for social media marketing and social selling. So let's look at how we're going to use that in social selling. Okay? So, game, AIDA. So the first part is attention. The second part is interest. The third part is desire. And the last part is action. So how does that work? Let's see. Imagine that you're creating a social media campaign. And you have a question. Here you go. Did you know that you can actually purchase a condo unit for free? Dun dun dun. Yeah, you can do that, right? And then you try to check for their interest. So, are you interested? Click here. Di ba yung mga clickbait? Ganun. Ganun yun. Okay, if you're interested, click here. Okay, the desire portion is where you explain how you're going to do it. And later, I will explain how you can get a condo for free. Are you interested? Right. Go watch the entire video. Okay? So, and then finally, you facilitate the action, meaning make them act on it. So, if this looks good for you, simply sign on this form and I'll take care of it. Okay? But when you say facilitate, you have to make it easy. You have to make it easy for the buyer to act. So if you give them too much to do, they will not act. Okay? So, but if you give them, if you take in all the responsibility of doing it and leave less things for the buyer to do, then it's easier for them to act. Okay, so how does this work? This part is called social media marketing, A and I. And this part is called social selling. All right, so let's look. So before we talk about AIDA, there's one thing we need to know, and it's called branding. Now, an important aspect is, of course, brand. So what is the difference between a product and a brand? Well, the difference between a product and a brand is one, a product serves a function. A brand evokes an emotion. Okay, think of all the brands that you know. San Miguel. San Miguel's a brand. Okay, you can buy other beers. Maybe the beers are even better. Maybe they're better made. Okay, but you will buy San Miguel over all those beers. Why? Because you're Filipino, number one. And number two, because you have an emotional connection to San Miguel already. Okay? Wala nang makakatalo dyan para sa'yo. It's the same thing as, let's say, a station like ABS-CBN. Okay? Not to be controversial, but there are many people who literally cried when ABS-CBN was taken out of the air. Why? Because there's an emotional connection to the brand. Okay? There's an emotional connection to the brand of ABS-CBN. So that's it's about emotion. Next, the price of a product can be negotiated usually downward, tinatawaran. Pero ang brand hindi tinatawaran. In fact, kuminsan mas mataas pa siya, very pricey eh. Nakarinig ka ba? Ako pag when I sold this Mercedes-Benz once at tinatawaran ako ng buyer. Isa lang yung sinabi ko, hindi na siya tumawad. Sinabi ko, sir, siya din yung binibili niyo. Tatawaran niyo pa? Natawalan lang yung kliyente. Hindi na niya tinawaran. Full price niya binili. Siya din eh. Diba? And then the next one, a product is generic. A brand is unique. What do I mean by generic? It's something that, kotse lang yan. Ano lang yan, bahay lang yan. Pero pag sinabi mong BMW yan. Hindi kotse yan. BMW yan. Okay? Hindi kotse yan. Jaguar yan. Okay? So that's it means it becomes unique to a person. Now, knowing this, answer this question. What is a brand? Okay? Well, I'll give you the answer. A brand is a promise. Why? When you buy a brand, you're buying the promise that the brand makes to you. Okay? So you have to be able to keep that promise consistently. So how do you sell your products as brands? First, answer these questions. The first question you have to answer, what is your product superpower? What makes your product your product? Okay? What does it do better than others? What are the little details of your product that nobody knows about? Okay? That nobody knows about. List them all down, all the superpowers, okay? And then ask yourself also, for the users, the former clients, for your former customers or your current customers, okay? What do they say about your product? Okay, what do they say good about your product? What are the compliments you receive? What are the adjectives they use? Matibay, um, mabango, maganda, very restful. Ano ba ang ginagamit nilang adjective dun sa that when they describe na unique ha. Okay. Next, what makes the way your product works interesting? Bakit siya ganun? Bakit siya mas mabango sa iba? What is the process that your product takes to be interesting? And you can apply this to yourself, these questions, okay? What is your superpower? Ikaw, what is if you're selling yourself, your services, what is your superpower? What do people say about you? What are the adjectives they use to describe about you? And how do you achieve results? What is the way you achieve results? Okay, how is the unique way you achieve results? And then finally, what excites you about the product? What makes you passionate about the product? Now answer all these questions, then in one sentence, describe your answers as a promise. As a promise. Okay? So I think Workbank, you'll see their logo, their moniker. Okay? And that's a promise. Okay? That's a promise I think the promise there is with benefits. Okay? And it's a promise they fulfill every time. Okay, that's why they're a brand, and that's why they're a growing brand, because they created what makes Workbank different. Okay, and then they put it in one sentence. Okay, so and the promise they put in that sentence is with benefits. Cool, no? Cool, diba? And then after that, you create after you create your brand statement, you create your brand identity. Now, how do you communicate this with your audience? Okay, first you use a crest model. Magyayabang ako na gumawa nito. This is a Boom San Agustin original. Okay, crest means contrast, meaning show the contrast. Because you saw how unique your product is, try to highlight that contrast all the time. Highlight that contrast. Secondly, repetition. Continue to highlight that contrast. Meaning, do it over and over and over and over. Kahit ikaw ang magsawa, wag ka magsasawa. Just keep doing it. Wag mong babaguhin. Wag mong basta babaguhin yung brand mo. Next, try to create a contrast that evokes emotion. Okay? If it's a color, if it's a smell, if it's a beautiful person, okay, if it's a no, try to create an emotion. Significance. Of course, the contrast has to be significant. Okay, it cannot be a contrast just to be contrasting. Okay, it has to be significant to your promise. Okay, your promise. And then finally, give it time. Give it time. No brand is an overnight success. Brands are built. So give it time. Okay? But continue to do it. If you don't do it now, you'll never do it. Okay? So now that you've done that, you try to select a platform where your brand can be enhanced. Okay? You try to select a platform where your brand can be enhanced. So maybe Facebook, maybe Google, maybe YouTube. You can make YouTube videos, right? You can make YouTube videos. Instagram, I don't know. Okay, and there are other platforms. Yeah, Well, if you're political, you can use Twitter. That works too, right? Okay, so if your brand is politics, yeah, and there are people who brand themselves into politics. Okay, if your brand is politics, you can use Twitter and YouTube together. Okay, so these are platforms you have to select after you've created your brand, because it's important your target market is in a different platform. So if your target market is not in Facebook, don't use Facebook. Okay, or market a little in Facebook, but not too much. Focus on the platform that your brand where your brand can thrive. Okay. Next. So now how do we use branding? Now that we know that branding, let's put it into the AIDA model. Okay? So where does branding fit in the AIDA model? It fits in the A and the D, or the attention and the desire portion. Why? Because you have to create statements like to catch attention. And if you're going to create an attention catching statement, it has to be part of your brand. Okay, and if you're going to explain to them the process, it still has to be part of your brand, your promise. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Let's talk first about the A and I, which is social media marketing. We'll talk about the social media marketing aspect right now. So I'll show you a few campaigns that I made using A and I. And at the end of this, I want you to guess which was the most successful campaign. So here's a campaign I did back. Well, these are all campaigns within the COVID pandemic. This is because I was trying to sell now, so I tried I tried to capitalize on the fact that sales are dropping, and this is one of my first campaign out. Okay, take a look at it. I think it. Okay, what do you think? Nah, let's go to the next one. Okay. And the next one, this is the next face cam. Okay. Yeah, I see the big cell right there and the arrow dropping right there. Okay. Okay. So the next one is this. Don't worry, I'll ask you a question after this. The next one is this. Oh, a lot simpler. A lot simpler. Just a statement and my picture and my contact details. Pretty good. Okay. And then the last one is this. Okay. So my question is, which do you think was my most of the four? Which was the most successful campaign? Ah, ah, yes, exactly. This one right here. This one, the one you're looking at right here. Why? First of all, the A is very apparent. The guy is suffering, and then may kamusta ang benta nyo? Okay? The A, that's the A. That's the attention getting statement. And the baka matulungan ko kayo and my contact details, yun yung I, interest. Okay? Yun yung I, interest. So if you look at that's pretty, although the campaign before that, this one is pretty good also. Konti lang naman ang diferensya nila. Very simple. So if you're going to make a campaign, ang advice ko, keep it simple. Make the A as simple, as easy to recognize as possible. Okay? So now that we have that, it's time to play our last game, and then we'll get to the last part. Okay? The last game is matchstick math. And we'll go through this a little faster. Okay? So, now let's play a game using matchsticks. Yes! Kanina billiards, ngayon matchsticks. So, matchsticks forming the number 508. Okay? So, moving only two matchsticks, what is the largest three-digit number you can make? Three-digit number you can make. I'll give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here it is. 999. Okay, but that's a three-digit number. Let's go to the next question. Moving only two matchsticks again, what is the largest 5-digit number you can make? Think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's 51,181. That's the largest 5-digit number you can make. Cool, right? Okay, let's go back. I have a last question for you. Okay. Now moving again to only two matchsticks. What is the largest number you can make? Ah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it goes. 5 to the 118th power. Kaya, no? But wait. So what did we learn from this activity? What did we learn from this activity? Okay. Did we learn something from this activity? Here, okay. Here's what we are supposed to have learned from this activity. Without changing our resources, no changing resources, not even our policies, we can come up with better results if we, what? Creatively change the way we do things. Did you know that Albert Einstein had this saying that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results? Well, you you can create many things and still come up with better results. Even like in this game, you only moved two matchsticks and came up with different and better results. Okay, so you have to change the way you do things. Not the You don't need to change your resources. You don't need to change your policies. You just need to change the way you do things. And that's what we're going to take up now. So let's go back to that AIDA model. Take up the last two. And so remember, this is where you put your brand again. And we'll talk about this time the D and the A. So let's go to D. Okay, let's go to D. For this part, we have another great tool, and it's called the FAB model. Fabulous, right? So what does FAB mean? FAB, F-A-B, means first feature, meaning what it is. What is it? Okay? What is it? That's a feature. What is it? It's a condo. It's a car. It's a service. It's a loan. It's a perfume. Okay? That's FAB. That's F. Now, A means attribute. What does it do? Okay? Perfume, it makes you smell good. Okay? A condo, it's a place to live in. A car, it's a vehicle to drive. Okay? So, that's what it does. Okay? And B means benefit. So, if it does that, what does it mean for you? What does it give you? Okay? What does it mean for you when you purchase it? Like, oh, if it makes you smell good, then you will attract more men. I don't know, probably. Okay? Or if you're driving a car, then you won't have to go through the heat when you're commuting anymore, something like that. Or if you have a condo in a certain area, maybe you're closer to the place you work, something like that. Okay? Or if you have a car, baka pwede mo ipagyabang, di ba? Pwede mo ipagyabang. So there's a benefit for you na ipagyayabang mo. Now, how do you use this in creating your D statement, your desire statement? Okay, now here's the thing. I'm going to answer now the question you've all been asking. How do you get your condo for free? Right? Here it is. Number one, first of all, feature. So what is it? I have here a list of beautiful ready for occupancy units. RFO means ready for occupancy units. You can purchase using your rent to own or leasing process. Okay, that didn't explain how I can get it for free. Okay, let's see. Next, by using this process, you can deduct your rental expense from the taxes you pay. So so essentially, you're using your taxes to pay for the unit. Ah, okay. But if you if you own a business, again, So this happens usually when you own a business. So if you own a business or if you're self-employed, you can actually get your unit for free by applying your taxes to the rental. Okay? Now then you end with your action statement, which means if this looks good to you, just sign this form and I'll take care of the rest. Okay? So this is a good process, right? Hmm? Think? Well, it gets better. You see, I looked at this process. This is the old process. If you notice, this is what all these you know when I receive letters from people from messages on platforms on Facebook and then they try to sell me something. This is how it looks. Hi, my name is Boom. I'm from XYZ Residences and we're selling condos, something like that. And it's the very first statement alone is boring. Believe me, it's boring. You real estate people out there, listen up. Okay? Now, a better way is if you switch the B and the F. Okay? So now it's BAF, right? So how do we do that? First, we start with the benefit. If you own a business or if you are self-employed, you can actually get your unit for free. And here's how. So here, immediately you're telling them, oh, so if I own a business, I can get it for free. So there's no more confusion. So now you're more curious, okay? Instead of using the feature first, now you're more curious. Now, if you purchase, again, the attribute is how it's done. So if you purchase your RFO unit through a rent-to-own scheme, you can actually deduct your rental expense from your taxes. So basically, you're using your taxes to pay for the unit. Wow. And then finally, you end with your feature statement. I have here a list of beautiful rent-to-own property just for you. Choose right here. Okay? And see if you find something you want. So now your feature comes last. Okay? And it works well with the end. Well, if this looks good for you, just sign this form and I'll take care of the rest. Okay? So now it's no longer the FAB model, it's now the BAF model. Okay, cute, huh? Right? And by the way, this improvement of the FAB model is a Boom San Agustin original again. All right, so thank you very much. You're welcome. All right, okay. Now, last part, and this is the final part, really. Okay, let's try to make an AIDA campaign for your rental. So remember, these are the things we learned. Okay, and now you can create your own campaigns using this form: attention, interest, desire, and action. Any questions? So no questions? None? No questions from the audience? Or did we have a...
No questions at the moment.
No questions. So,
yes.
So this was... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate all the sharings that you did today. And sobrang natuwa ako dun sa part, Boom, na yung about without changing our resources, we can still come up with better results if we creatively change the way we do things. So, para lang naman siyang yung palagi ni-remind sa akin ng mom ko. So, kung gusto, may paraan. And then kung ayaw, may dahilan.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. That's what I wanted to share, really. So there are no questions from the audience right now.
Yes, at the moment there's no questions. So I think yeah.
We're done. Okay, can I end with a short story?
Sure, you can end with a short story.
Okay, so there were two farmers. And there was a long drought. Alam niyo yung drought, yung tagtuyot, okay? There was a long drought. Tapos yung isang farmer, kahit may drought, both of them prayed for rain. Both of them prayed very hard for rain, okay? Pero yung isang farmer, habang nagdadasal, nagpa-plow ng pine-prepare niya yung lupa niya, nagtatanim pa rin kahit walang ulan. plow pa rin siya ng plow and work pa rin siya ng work dun sa field. Pero yung isang farmer, pray ng pray, very fervent prayer, pero hindi niya pinrepare yung field. Finally, the rain came. Which of these two farmers benefited more from the rain? I'll end with that. And guys, thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Before we say goodbye, though, let me take this opportunity to remind you that Workbank is a job site that lets you job hunt with benefits. Sign up today on workbank.com to experience a Workbank Malasakit. Thank you for giving us your time today, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks for the next episode of Workbank ThinkTank. Bye. Thank you, Boom.
Thank you,
Bye.
Boom. Thank you, guys.
Hope you learned something. Bye.
Carla.